Welcome back to Ultimate Fight News. We've got an insane highlight for you today. One that's being called the most violent KO of 2025 and could very well go down as one of the greatest knockouts in LFA history. A new star has officially arrived, and her name is Lany Silva. The 22-year-old Brazilian just delivered a vicious walk-off head kick KO at LFA 201 in São Paulo, Brazil, that has the entire MMA community in disbelief. It wasn't just the knockout itself, it was the way she set it up, executed it with precision, and then walked off as if she knew it was coming all along. We'll break down what happened, the immediate reactions from the MMA world, and what's next for Lany Silva, including her potential path to the UFC. Let's get into it. Lany Silva delivers one of the most brutal KOs of the year. A star has been born. Lany Silva has just announced herself on the world stage in the most spectacular fashion, by knocking out Rose Conceicao cold to claim the LFA strawweight title. This wasn't just any knockout. This was a highlight reel finish, the kind of moment that instantly puts a fighter in the global spotlight. Silva was patient and calculated throughout the fight, repeatedly throwing high kicks, testing her range, and looking for an opening. And when the moment came in the fifth round, she delivered a crushing left high kick straight to Conceicao's head, sending her crashing backward. There was no need for follow-up shots, no hesitation. Silva landed the strike and immediately walked off, arms raised in victory, while Conceicao lay motionless on the canvas. Medical officials rushed in to attend to her, and just like that, Silva had solidified herself as one of the most dangerous rising prospects in the sport. The MMA world reacts. The knockout sent shockwaves through the MMA community, and social media exploded with reactions. The Capoa MMA account on X, formerly Twitter, shared a clip of the KO, captioning it, "Oh my God, Lany Silva with brutal head kick KO over Rose Conceicao in the fifth round. New LFA strawweight champion." The women's WMMA rankings account called it 2025's most violent KO yet. MMA journalist Marcel Dorff summed it up with, "Holy so, Lany Silva absolutely starched Rose Conceicao in the fifth round and is the new LFA strawweight champion." One version of the knockout clip has already been viewed over 128,000 times, and it's still going viral. Fans are calling it one of the best knockouts in LFA history, and some are even saying it's one of the cleanest walk-off KOs they've ever seen. What's next for Lany Silva? With a knockout like this, it's no surprise that Lany Silva has her eyes on the UFC. The LFA is directly affiliated with the UFC, serving as a feeder promotion where top prospects often get signed to the biggest stage in MMA. Fighters like Brandon Moreno, Sean O'Malley, and Kamaru Usman all came through the LFA system before making their mark in the UFC. Silva has already put it on record. She wants to make the jump to the UFC in the coming years. Her social media following is blowing up, with her Instagram surpassing 59,000 followers. And if the UFC was already keeping tabs on her, this knockout just sealed the deal. After the fight, Silva shared a picture of herself sleeping with her new belt, captioning it, "I spread my day, my moment. Congratulations, my God." It's clear that she knows this moment is just the beginning. If she keeps performing like this, Dana White might not have a choice but to sign her. Is Lany Silva ready for the UFC? While her knockout power is undeniable, the question now is Lany Silva ready for the UFC? The strawweight division is stacked with killers like Zhang Weili, Rose Namajunas, and Yan Xiaonan, and while Silva is still young, her striking ability could be a serious problem for a lot of fighters in the division. She's proven that she can go 5 rounds, that she has the patience to set up finishes, and that she has the kind of power that ends fights in an instant. If she does make it to the UFC, it'll be interesting to see how she matches up against the competition. But one thing is for sure, the hype around Lany Silva is real. This is the kind of knockout that changes careers overnight. One perfectly timed head kick, and Lany Silva has gone from a promising LFA prospect to one of the most talked about fighters in MMA right now. The way she set it up, executed it, and walked off like a veteran, it's no wonder why the fight world is losing its mind. The only question is, how long before we see her in the UFC? What do you think? Is Lany Silva ready for the UFC, or does she need more time in LFA? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update here on Ultimate Fight News.